You know, I read today that Jeffrey Katzenberg and others were suggesting to Joe Biden that he should maybe push this meme or this trope that he's a spry 80, that Mick Jagger's 80, that Harrison Ford's 80, that a lot of people are 80. Hell, Alan Dershowitz is what, 85? I mean, there are. Noam Chomsky is 150. So old he farts dust. Remember that joke? I don't even understand what he's saying, but from what I am told, he's still lucid. There's a lot of people who are really, really, really talented, incredibly talented, despite the fact that they were octogenarians, in some cases, nonagenarians. And that's great. There's only one issue, though. They weren't senile. Now, no, we can talk about this all day long, and with all due respect, I don't like to make a lot of jokes about this because let me tell you something. We all have had relatives and parents and friends and Uncle Murray and others who, let's face it, they get to a certain point and I mean, it's tough. We have a dear friend of ours who's 102, and he is more lucid than 90% of the people that I know. Then again, that's not saying much. So let me just say this again. It's a wonderful thing to use the idea of the number. And by the way, Katzenberg, God bless you. You're so brilliant. Except this time, do you think you're fooling us with this? I mean, come on, seriously, you're kidding me. The man's demented. But stop for a second. We'll talk about this. But first, let me ask you. Let me remind you. Let me tell you. Let me request of you that you first and foremost like this video, that you subscribe to our channel, which is so critical because it helps our metrics and it helps other people have our videos recommended to them. So that helps greatly. And also, we so love our great sponsor, mypillow.com. mypillow.com/Lionel or promo code Lionel. They've been through a lot, those great people. You know who I'm talking about. American owned, just regular great people with great products. I'm not asking you to be charitable. I'm not asking you to, throw the guy a couple of bucks. I'm talking about the best products you can imagine. The pillows, hence the name. And you know what they sell? I say this all the time, and you don't believe me. But what they sell more of than you can imagine are the slippers. You think it's funny. You think slippers. What can be so difficult about the construction of slippers? A lot, and theirs are the best. They have more sales and more closeouts than you can imagine. mypillow.com/Lionel, or just hit the link that I've got in the body of the YouTube description here and in the comment section. Now let's get to brass tacks. Joe Biden is an embarrassment. Listen, I'm not making fun of people just because they're out of it, because they're, as we say in West Tampa, arrebatado. I'm not doing that. He's shingad. He's gone. He's a jadrul. Well, not a jadrul. That's more of a foolish. But he is cognitively and intellectually and neurologically spent. It's over. And if you can't see this, Sky News, Australia, they are the most brutal. And it's true. Just look at him walking out with those watery eyes, that look, standing there shaking hands with people who aren't there. Let me say that again. Did you hear that in the cheap section? Shaking hands with people who aren't there. Now, if you're Uncle Murray, so what? It's not against the law. When you're the president of the United States, it's a different story. Now, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, let's stop joking around here, okay? And Dr. Jill Biden, Dr. Jill Biden, with your education, whatever this thing is, please stop it. Stop it, okay? Okay? I'm a juris doctor. Does that mean anything? I guess. So call me doctor. I'm also a reverend, but I digress. This is the simplest thing I've ever said. Stop BSing us, as we say. Stop it. A friend of mine asked the question one time, which makes the most sense. He said, would you let Joe Biden drive you home from the airport? Joe Biden has been a lech, a demented lech. Tara Reid will tell you. Remember the kids he was grabbing and kissing and smelling their hair? One of the signs of some forms of dementia is this hypersexuality, is kind of aggressive, this aggressive form of speech. I've seen that. We had somebody, that we knew. It was really something. This nice, kind of mild mannered guy decides all of a sudden he's demented, and he's saying things to my family. It's like, what is going on here? It's rather disconcerting, but it's happened. Not good if you're the president of the United States. Does that make sense? Not good. Oh, Lionel merch available online. Not good. And do me a favor. Stop lying to me. Stop saying that you're even thinking about this. Like, well, maybe. No, stop it. Stop it. No. This isn't like Carmelita. She laughs. She cacinates. By the way, look up pseudobulbar affect and hebephrenia for our friend Carmelita Harris. She's out of her tree. Out of her tree. But besides that, what's critical for us to realize, and what's critical for you and me to realize, is that there's something really interesting about what's happening here. And let me see if I can explain this to you. You see, we have been told for the longest time to suspend all rational thought. We have been told for the longest time that whatever we normally think is true, whatever we normally think is apparent, whatever we believe is apparent, whatever is apparent, we should somehow suspend it, push it to the side, and not really care about it anymore. Okay? And that's why we have to end this now. We have to put an end to this now. You hear what I'm saying? This lunacy that we have, this pretend lunacy that we have is gone, is forever gone. It's something that we just, I don't know what the word is. I don't know how to explain this. I don't know. But I'm telling you, and I mean this, from the bottom of my heart. If we don't admit and just say, stop, Joe Biden is out of his tree. He does not deserve one more moment of our trust. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's simple. Do I make myself clear? I think I do. I think I make myself clear. Do you think I make myself? I think so. I really do. I think I am as limpid and as pellucid, and I think I am the personification of clarification. That's what I think. I really think that. And you know what else I think? There is not anybody alive today on this planet who says, no, Joe Biden is with it and able and can pass a cognitive test, which Donald Trump passed repeatedly. Okay? That's all I'm saying. So the fact that I'm even discussing this is almost like, it's almost cheap. It's almost a given. It's like, of course. But let me just say this, because this insults my intelligence. I'm going to say it one more time. It's not his age. It's the fact that he's senile. That's the issue. Mick Jagger's tremendous, 80 years old, but he's not senile. You got it? There are some people who by virtue of whatever horrible situation can be much younger and in the entertainment business or whatever, who are not able to perform. Oh, and by the way, wait till you see this CTE, this chronic this chronic what the hell is this? Chronic traumatic encephalopathy, right? Chronic traumatic. Is that it? This is terrible. I don't remember what CTE stands for. Chronic encephalopathy. Oh my God. That's a joke almost. Chronic traumatic encephalopathy. Yeah, right. I got that right. I thought, oh my God, what's the name? I shouldn't laugh. It's not funny. It's horrible. But you're going to be seeing people, by the way, who are playing football right now, who by virtue of years and years of taking so much trauma are going to be ending up drooling in their oatmeal. And you're going to see young girls, especially who played soccer for years, who took headers. Watch what happens to them. You don't shake the brain. You don't shake the brain. If you shake it, you break it. All right, dear friends, have a great and a glorious day. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for participating. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit that little bell so you're notified of new videos and live streams. And don't forget our great sponsor, mypillow.com/Lionel. mypillow.com, promo code Lionel. Hit that little link that's available. And now, please, I ask you to comment as you see fit.